Hello everyone, and welcome to our Customers Tech Update. I'm Mark Aberfield, and I got Gino here with me as well, who'll be talking a little bit also. Bit of a quick one today, just a bit of an IBC preview and a couple of quick updates about what's going on at the moment. And Gino will just tell you a little bit about the training materials we got also. So I will get going. Any questions, pop them in the chat window. Gino is watching, so we'll make it known that there is a conversation going on there. And obviously we're going to be recording this, so it'll be available in the demo content vault on our online vision, which hopefully everyone has access to. So let's get going. IBC, I'll be there. I'm flying out tomorrow. We're doing the full 7 days. Great fun. But we're doing our 15th year anniversary this year. John and Nick set up the company back on the 20th of August 2003. So it's a bit of a milestone. And we're having a special Welsh evening to celebrate. We'll have plenty of Welsh beer, Welsh whiskey, Welsh cheese, Welsh cakes, and yeah, it'll be a jolly good evening with a few little surprises coming as well. So certainly one not to miss if you happen to be there and can be around our stand at 4:30 on Saturday. Got some major things happening that we're talking about at IBC as well. One of the main one is Matrix Store as a Service. Complete turnkey system now. It'll be sat in one of several data centers. We can arrange a pipe directly to your office, either 1 gig or 10 gig, for that full, flexible, affordable business continuity archive global solution. Also in with that as well is, difference between our Matrix Store as a Service versus other storage as a service is that the uploads and downloads are unlimited and zero egress charges. What you pay each month is what we will charge you, so it's a lot easier to work it out for your OPEX models, etc. For all the access to your data. And as you know, it's a fast and intuitive search, fast and intuitive system, and very nice little way to see your assets. IBC will also be offering our managed migration service as well. We're finding a lot of customers coming to us now. They've got a ton of tape. They want to do something with that tape. We're showing them how they can actually get it onto a Matrix Store, and in some cases even doing that work for them. You've probably all heard the ITN case study where we shifted nearly 2 petabytes worth of data onto a Matrix Store within 10 days. We are working with a company over in America, a religious institution that's just pulling 25 years worth of videos and various things onto the Matrix Store, and yes, they're looking at the AI stuff to see how they can monetize that complete history. So yeah, we're partnering up with various companies to make sure we can now extract the data off the LTO or various tape systems and push it into the Matrix Store, getting that metadata out of it, getting the ability to AI it, and making it available to the users. So all we can say is book a visit. If you're in IBC and you're there and you want to come and see us, please do get in touch. Let us know. We'll all be there waiting to see you. And of course, you'll be seeing an award-winning storage company. I have to get that slide into every webinar, unfortunately, these days. So what are we actually showing at IBC? This year we are showing the latest and greatest out of Vision, certainly more and more in the S3 workflow, and finding the assets, the IMF, metadata, etc. will all be shown in great detail, along with the attachments to Move to, so that it can push to and from Deep Archive or S3 as well. We're going to be talking a lot more about the admin, the web admin. So we've still got the old admin tool. That's all being ported across, but the new web admin tool is available now. It's looking pretty nice. But more importantly, as part of that, we've got the admin API. That API underneath now means you can actually program to the API, getting users, groups, vaults, and setting it all up directly. But at the back of all of that, we actually changed all of the user systems. So you'll now see on the right there, we've got permissions. We actually give express permissions to do various things. And for those of you who've probably requested expiring links in Vision, there's been quite a few people, this is all kind of leading towards that particular feature, so that you could create a temporary user who's got permission to read one asset, you send them the one link, and that's all they can see on the vault. They can't see anything else. So we are working our way towards that, and showing all of this at IBC with the intention of getting it to the end users probably in our 2018 R2 release in mid to end of October. We're also showing MXFS. There's been a little bit of an incremental build on MXFS. So those of you on 3.4 who've upgraded to 3.4 will see the 64-bit version, full 64-bit now available to everybody, along with a few extra metadata caching features, which allows the hub MXFS caching side of things to work a lot smoother. So now if you've got a user dropping with MXFS, you haven't got to wait 30 seconds or press F5 a few times to get to see it in Samba or NFS. You should see it straight away with those configurable features, as well as a few little extra features and bug fixes that were kind of set up for those workflows that we recommend people don't do, but we're now starting to support that level of more active matrix stores. You've probably seen it already, but I keep going on. The matrix store trash cans are there in 3.4. They are being taken on board rapidly by a lot of our French customers. They do like them. They are very good and very handy for that final backstop. A lot of people have a trash can in their application. We've got it in our cluster, and that's completely configurable in the admin tool and available to you guys. At the show and available now, we will be talking about the interconnect, load balanced and active-active failover. So that's where you have two interconnects pointing at one Avid, pushing everything straight into a matrix store or syncing your matrix store. So you know if for some reason one of those interconnects drops out or has a problem or something, the other one's going to keep backing up your assets, as well as having that extra ability to load balance for those big old Avid systems with millions of assets on them. Deduplication is another thing. Again, we're going into many sites who've got not only millions of assets, but multiple work groups. If they're capturing using the Avid Airspeed or other capture devices, pushing to separate work groups, but using the same mob IDs, interconnects will now actually deduplicate those assets to only keep the single asset in the matrix store. Possibly one of the first tools I can think of that we've actually put into place to save you some storage. Normally we like you to fill up your storage, but this one is actually saving some space for you in the long run. Of course, move to S3 will be there. It's not just Amazon S3 anymore. It's any S3 compatible, which means we can push out to the Panasonic ODA. We can push to the Azure S3 interface. We can push to various different ones now, provided the credentials are very S3 compatible. Move to will now push there. And again, those policies allow you to keep the low res playable in your matrix store through Vision and the high res safely off somewhere. And again, in Vision, you've got that simple right click, restore from service, S3 service, and it'll bring it back into your matrix store to use the high res as well. So multiple hybrid workflows pushing through to the cloud services. And there it is, AWS, Azure, public clouds, take your pick, on-prem, off-prem, cloud, matrix store as a service, replications, the full package tailored to the needs of your company in a nice package. We're getting more and more integrations with the matrix store. We're getting people actually just ringing us up on the telephone these days and saying we want to work with you. So those bottom couple of lines there are all new integrations that have happened in the last 12 months. Quite a few of them are actually becoming API integrations as well. File Catalyst are talking directly to our API, looking to put their file acceleration directly into the Vision portal, so you'll be able to trigger that from there. Gen 21 Broadcast Systems talking directly to our API. Epic Labs talking directly to our API. Woody Technology API. Avato through to the API, all making it very, very good. And you probably see in the bottom left-hand corner there, the AWS technology partner. So not only are we an Amazon partner, we're also an Elemental partner as part of the Elemental side of things. And on our trade show on the stand, we will be actually demoing Elemental with Delta and Matrix Store, Elemental Delta with Matrix Store, Elemental Server with Matrix Store, and of course move to Amazon for the Elemental Cloud services as well. The AWS guys will all be on the stand from 5 p.m. and they're buying the drinks, so that's a good one. If you fancy popping by to talk to some Amazon people and get a few of those dollars back from your Prime membership, you're welcome to come along and have a drink with us and enjoy those and talk about Elemental, Server, Delta, and the full workflow and the full interoperability we have with Elemental and systems. So I'm going to pass over to Gino now. He just wants to have a quick chat with you about some resources we got going on. I'm going to have to shrink to mute, and I'll let Gino chat.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So I'm just going to give you a quick update on some new resources that are available for you. This is based on some feedback we've received from our customers on extra things and extra resources they want from us. So what we've been doing is producing some training videos that help with the users specifically, so not just the admins now, not just the engineers, help with the users to make sure that they're getting the most out of the Matrix Store. So regardless of which tools you're using, we're going to be creating videos for all of them, hopefully in the near future. The idea being that once you buy your first Matrix Store product, often there's some user training that comes with it on the installation. But after that, it's sometimes you get new staff members that come along and they need to be trained up again on how to use Vision, how to use MXFS, how to get the best out of what you've got. So rather than trying to do all of the training in one go, what we're doing is producing a series of videos that you'll be able to give to your new staff member or use yourself as a bit of a refresher to get an idea of how to best use your resources. Also, what we'll be doing is every time there are new features that are produced in updates, they'll get also a video to show you how to use them and what's the best value you can get from it. Each of the videos are aiming to be less than 3 minutes each, so they're bite-sized to make it quick and painless. And you should see as well that they're quite useful and they show you some interesting features that you may not have known about before. So the first few we've got out at the moment, there's a few on Vision, so just using something as simple as adding files using a form and the benefits of using that and how you can do that effectively. There is a video about advanced searching in Vision, so that all the different ways that you can do some pretty powerful searches. Some of our users, we've realized, don't know all the different ways you can do it. There are some pretty powerful tools within the search capability of Vision. Also the way you share content within your organization using Vision. And then we've got a few extra videos here on admin regarding setting up the trash can, because that's a new feature, and the way you can use something like Syncovery to do automated backups in sync with MXFS. So they're currently on YouTube and they're currently in the demo vault, which you should all have access to on the public Vision that's online. But if not, they're on YouTube, and I'll send the link out with the video after the webinar, so you can have a quick look. And if you've got any feedback for me, I'd really appreciate it, because obviously there are a lot more videos we're going to be making in the next few months. So if there's anything you want to see or anything you think we might have missed, let us know and we'll make sure to put that in. Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to hand it back to Mark now, who's going to talk about the rest of the webinar. And I'll catch you next time. If you've got any questions, by all means, ping them in the chat or ask us at the end of the webinar. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Gino. That's good to know. Well, it's pretty much wrapping up at the moment. As you know, support website for tickets, as well as some various knowledge base in there. Probably adding these videos into there as well in the long run. Quick talk about the versions. So we're currently on the 3.4.10. Like I said, end of October, we should be on the 4.0. And the reason for the jump to 4.0 is that major change to the user model and the admin API. Vision, we're on the stable version 1.5.4 at the moment. MXFS, 3.4.5.2. Interconnect and Move 2, they've both jumped just to take into account those extra S3 functionality. But they're all fully compatible backwards for those interconnect on the dedupe and failover as well in there. So that's the release notes, again, on the website if you need them. My name's Mark. Gina was speaking as well earlier. Please do get in contact if you need us. And I think the only last thing I'll say about IBC is that we are releasing a very special deal on a new cluster. If you find yourself there, or if you find yourself speaking to your reseller or account manager, it's a particularly good deal for this particular show. Okay, thanks for coming along, guys, and hopefully I will see you in the next few weeks and catch you in the future. Thanks very much, guys. Bye.